Had a great ride yesterday, but while I was riding, I think in the undergrowth I hit a tree on top of the pipe, and you can see this area of the carbon guard is actually cracked, and underneath it's dented. This dent here is actually, they put it in the pipe so it can fit up under the radiator, no problem, so that's there from the beginning. But this dent here I put in yesterday. So this video I'm going to show you how to remove the dent. Now I have it on the bench, you can see the damage a bit more clearly. The carbon guard is cracked quite badly, so I'll probably put a patch on the back of the guard, and then you can see the dented area. This is what the dent looks like without the guard on. You can see it's quite large and deep, so the guard didn't stop it, but it would have probably been a lot worse without it on. Unfortunately the dent's right on the welded seam, so it's going to be quite difficult to get out, and possibly won't be able to remove it fully, but we'll see how it goes. For dent removal I use air pressure and heat, and to do that you need a bung kit, and this is the one I have, and I bought this on eBay, and I've used it before on a friend's bike and it works pretty well. You can see there the name of the kit. It's called Exhaust Blowing Kit Tag Z. And then you need a heat source, so I use MAP gas, and this torch head is very easy to use. It's got an igniter on it. It's a Bernzomatic TS8000. In the blowout kit you get two bungs. This one's for the exhaust side, and you can see it's got a valve on it, which you can attach a compressed air source to increase the pressure inside the pipe once you've heated up the dented area, and the dent will pop out. And this side is just sealed and goes on the silencer side, and you've got clamps to hold those bungs in place. Okay, so I've put both bungs on now. You can see this is the exhaust bung. In the instructions it recommends that you tighten the bolts just so the rubber starts lifting off the plate, which I've done. Make sure you get a good seal, and also ensure that this clamp can't slide off the pipe. On the exhaust side it's quite easy because there's a ridge there. On the silencer side it's a little more tricky because there's no seam, so this clamp can slide down. What I did was position it just above where it starts bending, so it tends to hold there, and tighten it up, and it seems to be holding okay, but I have put on a bit of safety wire just to make sure it can't fly off. If it did fly off it would possibly cause some damage, so I think putting some wire on that's a good idea. Okay, I'm ready to start blowing out the dent now. First, a couple of safety points. I'm wearing eye protection. Also, I'm wearing gloves. The pipe will get very hot. You can easily burn yourself, so it's a good idea to wear some gloves. Initially, you shouldn't put any compressed air in the pipe. Just heat the area of the dent. Once it's turned red, stop heating, put your compressed air. I'm going to use 60 psi, and then continue to heat the air, and the dent should come out. Okay, that's up to temperature now. You can see it glowing red, so I'm going to add 60 psi of pressure and continue heating. Okay, that's 60. that's about as good as it's going to get. As I mentioned before I started, because it's got the seam there, it's quite tricky, but it's done a pretty nice job. Okay, so that's the final result. You can see it's taken the majority of the dent out. It's not absolutely perfect, but it's certainly way better than it used to be. It's difficult, like I mentioned, because the dent was on the seam, so it's difficult to fully take it out. But it's worked very well, and I'm pleased with that. Before you do anything with the pipe, make sure you release the compressed air from it inside. It is at high pressure, so release it slowly using a valve tool, and also let the pipe fully cool so you don't burn yourself. Then the last step, just to clean it up, I'm using some WD-40 and some Scotch-Brite, and just lightly polish it up. This area is going to be pretty much hidden anyway by the carbon guard, but just want to clean it up a little bit just to take most of the mess off. Okay, so that's the repair complete. It looks pretty good. It's not perfect, it's got some slight ripples in, but the majority of dent has been taken out, and I don't think that'll have any impact on the performance at all, so I'm pretty pleased with that.